Good evening and welcome everybody to TRC Uncensored. It is Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. Glad to have everybody here. Starting out with some tremendous roundtable questions tonight. One of them is fully focused on figures, so definitely looking forward to that. A lot of great stuff going on this week in TRC, and the tag champs will be back live this Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. So, with that in mind, let's get back to the main focus. And Kev, what do we got up first tonight?
Let me pull this up. You know, I'm always running late. Okay. Round table number one. Top 5 figures in your collection.
Tough question.
Oh, yeah, it is. Kev, what are your top 5?
I've got pictures.
All right.
I didn't know if that's, what that was. And let me try to. And they messed up StreamYard here. So I'm trying to see what to do here.
Okay.
It took me a while to figure out how to get the people in. Okay, I guess no. Somebody sing while I do this.
I got hose. I got hose.
Oh,
area code.
Area codes.
Area code. Oh.
what the? Okay, go to somebody else so I'll figure this out, man. I'm sorry.
All right, Brian.
I'll go.
What?
All right.
What are your top 5 figures
All right,
in
well,
your collection?
I mean, obviously, you guys know we all have a lot of figures, right? So it's tough to pick 5.
Right.
I'll start off with the very first figure I ever had in when I was a kid was this Hasbro Macho. I added the belt, but
Oh yeah.
so I like that figure. This figure recently came out, but who doesn't love a good Bobby Heenan, right?
Right.
Oh, I love it.
Beautiful, right? My opinion, the best Hogan Mattel Retro is the Hollywood Hogan.
Man, it's so close.
Look at
with the
those.
rip.
Look at those. Look at that. Look at that.
I know, but the rip is so good. It's so close.
And then my next one was this Fan Takeover HBK. I mean, look at that thing. It's beautiful.
It's a great one.
And then my last one, I had to go with the bad guy, Razor Ramon,
Oh yeah.
the greatest
That's the
Intercontinental Champion of all time.
The chase version right there.
Yep,
Beautiful.
all purple.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Okay, back
Those
to
are
me.
my-
I figured this shit out.
Good
So
job.
right
Kev.
when I say I figured it out, then okay, here we go. Come on, Kev. You only had one job.
Damn it. Kev.
Okay, so I can't do an order, guys. So I just had to pick some of my best, and this is one of my best right here.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's awesome.
So there's 1, there's 2.
Ooh, the
Rock,
on
I
the
just-
guitar. I like that.
To this day, that rock concert, not the one with
Yeah.
Vicky Guerrero, the first one that he done, where he told them that he hoped to come back when the Lakers beat the Kings in May.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I get that figure from. That's where I love it. Gotta love some Waylon Mercy.
Oh shit, yeah.
Rougeau Brothers, great figures.
That's
That's
still
4.
toys, baby.
There's 5. She's timeless.
Very nice.
I love it. Tony Storm, baby.
So I just can't, just go pick top. But I could probably say that Owens and Lethal. I mean, considering that's a 1 of 1, that's probably my favorite figures.
I agree. That is sweet. And you won't see another one of those, I don't think. I just
You
don't
won't.
think you're going to find them. So, all right, my turn. So, I didn't go into Hasbro's and the retros and all the other stuff. I didn't go into signed figures. I didn't do any of that. I only went with Ultimate Editions, and I'll show you in a second. So, Ultimate Edition Macho Man, which is right back here on the top. You can see him. Beautiful figure. Absolutely love it. If I could only have one Macho Man, that would be the one I would own. Number 2 would be the 1987 WrestleMania 3 version of Hogan back here, Ultimate Edition. Absolutely love that one as well. Number 3, the Made in America SummerSlam 93 Elite version of Lex Luger. You can't have your collection without that one at all. And then 4 and 5 for me were the 2-pack of the Outsiders that are sitting right back over here. The Hall, the Nash. As many different Razor Ramones and Halls and Nashes and Diesels as I've had. Those 2 for me are the top of the line, the best figures they've ever made of those 2. So those would be my 5. I mean, it's so difficult. Like I could sit here and just tell you why I like so many other ones, but those, if I could only have 5 figures, that would be the 5 I would have. Only considering elites and ultimate stuff. When it comes to Hasbro's and retros, that's a whole different story.
Yes, sir.
Calvamania.
Oh, we skipped Phil.
Oh, Phil.
So I don't have a visual for you guys, but
No problem. I'll put it on you anyway.
for the figure collectors, you all know what I'm talking about. It was the Jakks Pacific Signature Series
Yes,
three
sir.
and 4. Well, 2, 3, and 4. There was a Billy Gunn in Series 3, I believe. It says 5. I wrote down 5, but I think it's 3. Billy Gunn Series 3, Triple H same series. There's an Undertaker in Series 2, and there's a Kane as well. Those would be my top 5. Those were like the first ones I ever put on those. I don't know if y'all remember, but they had the little WWF logos. You can stand them on there. They're like silver and black.
Right.
But yeah,
I still have the Kane one, the signature series.
I still have a bunch of those little stands too.
yeah. Those are my favorite figures just because of the nostalgia.
I love
All
it.
right.
Dan Gleason just popped in. What's up, Dan? How you doing? And Garrett popped in and said he loves the collection of figures behind me. He just wishes they were all carded.
The way
I think-
God intended.
Yep. Gotta let 'em
Yo,
breathe. Okay, so I got
Calvamania.
2 of his.
Okay.
All right.
In which one to be a show and tell, but still.
I'll
Go ahead,
reshow
Kev.
them. We got time. Hey, don't rush me.
You got one job.
I know, one job.
You would think we took a week off the way we're stumbling through this tonight, huh?
There we go.
So that right here, it's a custom Hogan. That's one of the first ones I got when I started collecting.
That is sweet too.
Nice with the belt too. Yeah, that's nice.
Love that belt.
WCW, baby. I actually have that exact belt. That's a Jakks belt. That
And
was just
then
on that figure.
The most recent Monday Night Wars Hogan, Hollywood Hogan. Of course, I added the belt.
Hell yeah. Beautiful.
And that's the only ones Kev has for me. But
But
I
you
don't
can
know
tell some
any of
more
the.
if you want.
No, that the rest of it's show and tell.
Right. I'm just saying you can tell them.
The Mr. America figures, the Chase or the regular, and then the Classic Superstars 2-pack Hogan Warrior, and I believe maybe I'm wrong, one of 3,000 Classic Superstars Hogan.
Nice. The
Or
one
my
in the
top 5.
the one in the tuxedo.
Yes.
Yep, that's a sweet one too. Good deal.
That's awesome. All right. Let me check the list.
Moving on to round table number 2, baby.
Number 2, favorite sports movie, not wrestling. And tell us why.
Kev, what's your favorite sports movie?
Rocky 4.
Really?
Right. Rocky 4 and you know, a lot of people did that. They don't like it. Rocky 4 is probably my favorite Rocky movie.
Why? Why is that? I gotta know why.
I guess it's just, you know, the way it started and the whole, you know, the James Brown and the Creed, you know, he was
Yeah.
coming out to fight, you know, that hyped him up. You know, I was a little kid, I'm not a little kid, but you know, when that came out and they were playing Living in America and he was taking on this big bad Russian. So it was America versus Russia. And then, you know, Creed dies in the ring and Rocky's fighting back to get his revenge against Drago. And to me, it was just an awesome revenge story. It was one of the first real revenge stories, like, you know, Rocky's got to come back and get revenge for Creed against Drago because he killed him and didn't care. And
So-
then, you know, it was in Russia. And
So
they
what makes that one better than the third one where Mr. T, Clubber Lang, was responsible for Mickey dying? Damn, I just stumped Kev.
You stumped me, but then again, it was at the time where, you know, it was Russia versus the United States. It was the fact of a country versus a country.
Right.
And they come over and brought their best against, you know, somebody. That's where Creed says, you know, I can take him, Stallion. You know, I can take him. And it ended up being, America's best against Russia's best. So I guess
Right.
that's where it was, because back then when that came out, when it come to war, Russia was out there, Soviet Union and all that stuff. So I absolutely love it. Super Nintendo World. Now go to bed. Yes. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But yeah, I could watch that movie. I could turn it on right now and watch it over and over.
Yeah, it's a great one. I agree. All right, Brian.
I love all of them. Don't get me wrong, but that's my favorite.
All right, so the movie I picked was The Sandlot, and the reason being is because it reminds me of my childhood, right? So like obviously there were no cell phones, no technology. You played outside till the lights were off. Just hanging with your friends and being a kid. So that's why I picked The Sandlot, because it reminds me of my childhood. So
Had nothing to do with Wendy Peppercorn.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Wendy Peppercorn was hot, but
I could see you doing that, dude. I could see you being what was his name?
Squints.
Squints. I could see you doing that, man. You would do that.
And then they got married and had 8 kids.
Right.
Wow.
You would be the one to fake drowning just to get Wendy Peppercorn.
Yep.
Hey,
All right,
babe.
my turn. I would say out of all of them, it's really close, because, like, when he said Rocky 4, my initial thought was Rocky 3, but I'm gonna change it up just to be a little bit different, because he went with Rocky 4, and I'm gonna say Remember the Titans.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very, very inspirational, based on a true story. It shows the bond of people. It shows the teamwork and the things you can accomplish when you work together as a team. And that just because somebody is tough on you, sometimes, tough love is a real motivational factor, and not just, a negative thing. So I really like that movie. I think if I could only watch one sports related movie, that would be it. Calvin.
Would Talladega Nights come in there? I mean, no, it's NASCAR, it's comedy, but
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a sports movie for sure.
that's what I mean, it's just like I'm the best, I wake up every morning, I piss excellence.
There you go.
That's my motto. All right, Calvin, sorry.
So I'm gonna keep the football theme, and I'm gonna go with Gridiron Gang.
That's a good one.
It shows that no matter what your history is, crime, gangs, whatever, you still deserve to do something.
Okay.
And play football is one of them.
And people can change.
Because I'm looking at 2 different screens here, and Calvin's in front of Phil on one screen, and the other one he's not.
Calvin's in front of me on my screen.
Yeah, Calvin's in front of him.
Well, Calvin, you didn't have to cry about it. Shit.
Jesus.
Dr. Phil, King Phil, what you got?
So I misunderstood, or actually, I just didn't read it right. I did my top 5, but
Go for it.
I'm just gonna do the top 1, which is Kickboxer, Van Damme, Tong Po. It's definitely my favorite movie. I don't know why. It's just something about the Van Damme, Kickboxer, Bloodsport. Either one really could be my number 1, but I like Kickboxer just a little bit more. I can remember going outside and tapping one of the trees and thinking there's no way I could kick this tree over. But definitely Kickboxer.
Can you really go wrong with any Van Damme movie?
No, not really, no.
Well, actually, you can. His much later stuff was all awful.
I didn't care for Street Fighter.
But
I like Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter was good. Yeah.
I like Street Fighter too, yeah. I would say late 80s and 90s, he was great, but anything after like 99 was really bad. Like, there's no good ones. He's had so many great ones, though, that it's hard to pick. Nowhere to Run, wasn't that one that was called, when he was saving the woman and the kids from the corrupt guy in the town? Yeah. And then Hard Target, where they were killing the homeless people, and he stopped that. And there was a lot of good stuff. And I love Street Fighter.
What's that arm wrestling movie?
Oh, with Rocky? With
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger? Shit, what was that called?
Over the top.
Over the top.
Over the top.
Yeah, over the top. That was good. Yeah.
Man, I thought he
Garrett,
sucked in Street Fighter. I couldn't stand him in Street Fighter.
I like Street
man,
Fighter.
I love that movie. I watch it
Yeah.
right now.
The
I
one where
hated
he's a
the whole
truck
entire
driver.
movie.
The one where he's a truck driver, and his son doesn't really fuck with him because he's never around his son. You know, what's that one? Oh no, it's the same one. That's the same one. That's the same
Over
one.
the
That's
top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garrett said his favorite sports movie would be Days of Thunder, and I tell you what, I love that movie.
Yep.
I remember when that movie came out in theaters. I remember that summer when that movie was coming out. Like everywhere you would go, there would be a poster for it. The people were selling cups of it. I mean, it was on all the vending machines, like the soda pop machines and all that stuff. So, I mean, absolutely great movie. And yes, that's definitely a sports movie.
And it had a motion picture soundtrack, you know, and it was selling out. So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you know, that was back when the cassette tapes.
To me, that was Tom Cruise's best movie ever.
I love Top Gun, but I'll call that close.
I don't. You see, Top Gun was good, but I don't think he ever played a better part than he did in that movie. It was so emotional. It was such a good movie, and of course, he ended up having his wife as his what do you call it, co-partner or whatever, co-star in the movie. So very cool.
The very first Mission Impossible is a pretty good movie too, with Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I guess because back then I was really into NASCAR. I loved NASCAR back then. So I guess for me it was such a big deal. And the character of Rowdy Burns, which was the initial bad guy in the movie, was based on Dale Earnhardt, so that was such a big deal when it came out. So, they actually asked Dale Earnhardt to play that part of Rowdy Burns in that movie, and he said no, because he wanted to focus on racing and not focus on being an actor. And that's how Michael Rooker ended up being Rowdy Burns in that movie.
Because that was right during the height of where NASCAR was really getting huge, buddy.
Absolutely. Yep. 35 years ago now, I think.
Oh, you really make me feel old.
Yeah, 35 years ago.
I was 8.
8?
Yeah. There you go.
I just turned 36.
Damn, y'all getting old.
35. It was a big deal. I'm telling you, when it came out, like I said, it was featured everywhere. You couldn't go past a fast food restaurant and not see signs about it. You couldn't go past businesses and not see some sort of sign. When you would go in, because Mellow Yellow was a big deal back then too, the soft drink. So kind of like you see Mountain Dew everywhere now. Back then, Mellow Yellow was a everywhere. big deal. So you would see a lot of Mellow Yellow stuff, featuring parts of that movie. So
I miss Mellow Yellow. I need me one.
I haven't had one in 20-something years. I think.
Do they don't make it, do they? If they do,
I'm pretty sure they still make it.
I don't know. I haven't had one in so long I couldn't tell you. So all right, Kev, keep us moving.
I'm trying. That's hard to do if you're all depending on me to keep you moving. All right, main event topic. Goldberg's top 5 matches ever.
And this one is kind of a tough one, but if you really look back into the different matches he had in WCW, there's some great ones. There's some great ones in there, though.
I mean, I just went and looked, and yeah, my favorites. That's just what I got. Was my favorites.
Okay.
So I can start it out. Was my favorite was Hogan versus Hogan, where he won the title on Nitro, because I thought it told a great story. Not that it was a great match, because it wasn't. It wasn't long at all, and it wasn't supposed to be a great match. But I got that one. Elimination Chamber, where he won the WWF title, whatever. I think that one. Yeah, I got to put Hugh Morris down there. The very first, that's when his streak got started. So, it was supposed to be you watch that match, and you have to go back and rewatch it, because when you're first watching it, you're just not paying attention to it, because you're like, well, Q's going to win this. You don't know this guy's a nobody, so you don't pay much attention to it. So,
Right.
I've gone back and rewatched that match over and over, and it wasn't a bad match, but you just expected everything to be Hugh Morris.
Yep.
And not this Goldberg guy to go over. I got DDP, the match at Halloween Havoc. I thought that was in my opinion, it was one of his better matches all around.
Yep.
I can go back and watch that, and then him versus The Rock.
Okay. No. Well, that sucks because I got a lot of those too. But
yep,
we're gonna move
me
on.
too. I do too.
Well, you all can explain them more, though. What you like about them, because that's what the opinion is. Because I didn't do a lot of explaining. Brian?
So I picked, again, my number one Goldberg match is when he beat Hogan on Nitro in 98, right? Okay. I mean, I think, that match was obviously had a lot of outside interference, and man, there's just the build up to it. And, obviously we all seen that match numerous times, right? So when you seen the fans start throwing trash in the ring, and then obviously he lifted Hogan up in the air and everybody went nuts, and Goldberg wins, and then all the trash gets thrown in the ring, right? It was just a great moment. It was just a great moment. Second, I had Goldberg versus DDP as well.
Yep.
Third, I had Elimination Chamber 2003. I know he lost that one to Triple H, but they made him look so dominant in that match. Like, he just beat the fuck out of people, right? So
absolutely.
Number 4 for me was on the opposite end, Kevin Nash beating Goldberg to break the streak.
Okay.
And then the last one is Goldberg versus Lesnar, WrestleMania 33. No one expected Goldberg to just beat the crap out of, Brock Lesnar that fast, right? So when he did, I think it was pretty shocking to everybody. So that's why I picked that one.
Hey, Will, I think you can appreciate this. Look at Garrett's comment on the screen.
Of all the Days of Thunder's cars and package for Burger King stuff. Nice. See, that's what I was saying. They had, all the restaurants and stuff were doing things. Hardee's had the cars because one of the cars was sponsored by Hardee's, and there was a lot of different things going on back then. So it was a big deal, man. So
what is that one thing that I got from you that's in the package? It's of John Cena. Is that it come from one of the fast foods? It's still in the plastic bag where you press on it and it has little stands.
Yeah,
I can't remember where that was from. Sorry, go ahead.
I want to say that was Burger King as well, but it stuff like that, the nostalgia alone, it just shows you how much the WWE merchandising department was really working and really outreaching to get all kinds of products out there, to really share their brand and draw people in, So, all right. So for mine,
on the bag.
Yeah. So for mine, I'm going to go kind of the same direction. Unfortunately, I was hoping to have a lot different, but I will say my number one is going to be Lesnar and Goldberg at WrestleMania 33. So I think Brian was thinking of Survivor Series when those two faced, but at WrestleMania 33, I was actually there, and Goldberg came in as the champion, and it was a good match with a lot of suplexes, a lot of spears, and Goldberg ends up losing the title to Lesnar at WrestleMania 33, and then he kind of goes away for a couple of years. You don't see him anymore, but being there, the electricity when he was coming to the ring, it was such a big, hyped up match. It was really great. So that for me would be my number one of all time. Number 2, of course, Kevin Nash breaking the streak with Goldberg. One of the better matches he put on. Excellent matchup. Of course, The Rock and Goldberg. Rock's leaving WWE. Goldberg's kind of hanging out. You don't really know what's going to happen, but Goldberg's only there for 9 more months after that. So that's a great one. Then of course, Goldberg Hogan in the Georgia Dome. How could you ever, really? It's hard for him to peak more than that. And if you think about it too, his undefeated streak in WCW, all the time that he was there, he was only ever world champion there one time.
Right.
It seems like he was multiple time champion and he was constantly winning, and you would think he was winning the belts all the time and everything else. He wasn't. He only held that title one time. So I mean, it was for about 5 months, but it seems like it was forever. Like it seems like that streak was humongous, but it really wasn't. And then of course Bret Hart and Goldberg, although Bret gets injured, It ends his career. But the match that they had, Brett really helped showcase him in that match, and that really helped him. Of course, Brett was leaving. Brett was, gone right after that. But that really helped solidify him as that main eventer because he was able to actually have a wrestling match there. So those are mine, and I know some of them are the same, but I had a couple in there that were really, really good that I think somebody should go back and check out.
Right. Calvin, sir.
Calvin,
All right, so I got Goldberg, DDP, Halloween Havoc, 98. Of course, Monday Nitro, Hogan, Goldberg. I think I was pissed when Hogan lost. Fall Brawl, Scott Steiner.
that's a good one.
Goldberg versus Raven, where he won the U.S. title. And then, of course, when the streak was broken against Kevin Nash.
Nice. There's one more that I wanted to mention, but I'll wait until Phil goes because I don't want to ruin anybody's. But there was a really good one that nobody talked about yet. Phil, what do you got?
So I got the Goldberg Hogan, of course. That was, like you said, Will's Georgia Dome. It's Nitro. It's Hogan. We all know.
Big fight feel. It was a big fight feel.
Yeah, it was big right there. I got him versus Ming. They went back and forth for a while. Two tough guys, never know who can pull that one out. I don't know which. I think it's the same one Brian was talking about, but it was the squash match where Goldberg spears Brock like twice and the match is over. He speared him like twice, I think. Jackhammers him.
That's Survivor Series.
Yep, Survivor Series 2016.
That's my 3. Sting was 4, which would be the Sting. When was that? To Halloween Havoc.
Yep, 99. Yep.
Okay, and then La Parka.
Oh yeah.
Where La Parka hits him with the chair and does his strut, and then turns around into a spear.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's my top 5.
So
that Ming though. That Ming.
So remember when he faced Sting at Halloween Havoc 99, Sting wanted to defend the title against somebody. So Goldberg came out, ends up beating Sting.
Right.
And then they said the next night on Nitro, oh no, that wasn't a title match. So we're gonna have to strip them of the title and have a tournament. Remember?
It went off the air.
At the beginning of the match, they were announcing, like Tony and them were announcing and saying that it wasn't for the title. And then at the end of the match, they give him the title and he raises his hands up. And they was like, I thought it wasn't for a title. They do that stuff. And then that next night on Nitro, they stripped him.
Yep. So correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Michael Buffer after that match claim him the new World Heavyweight Champion?
Because when that went off, I thought that was his second title reign.
Yep.
Yeah, I always thought he had 2 too until you said that he only had the belt once, and I was sitting there thinking, like, while you were talking, I was like, I thought he had it again, and then I remembered that he didn't get it.
Yep. The only other time he got it on that belt was in WWE in 2003. So very good. I like that. So the one that nobody mentioned was Goldberg versus Sid. Remember they had that. What was it like what did they call it? It was like the count of 10 match. You can't answer within the count of 10. Remember that? It was the end of 99. It was Sid versus Goldberg. Sid was bleeding all over the place.
Okay, yeah. Because that was after all those poor promos.
It was like it was kind of like a last man standing, but they didn't call it that back then. It was something else over in WCW. But I think it was at Mayhem 99 or Starrcade 99. It couldn't have been Starrcade because he faced Brett at Starrcade. So it must have been Mayhem 99. Where he ends up facing Sid and busts Sid open real bad. And then basically Sid can't respond to the count of 10 anymore because he lost so much blood in the middle of the ring, So definitely I will look that up afterwards and go find that match. And I will share it in the chat because if you never saw that, you really missed out. It was a really good one.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Nobody mentioned Goldberg versus the Giant. I thought that was probably his. Yeah, Goldberg and the Giant had some great matches when he was, Giant in WWE or WCW, and Goldberg, and of course Goldberg gets him up in the jackhammer, which was incredible. You know, it just didn't make my top five. It's not that we didn't care about the match. I mean, it was a good match, but it didn't make my top five. Goldberg also had that Road Wild 98, where it was NWO Red versus NWO Black versus Goldberg. Remember that in the Battle Royal thing?
Right.
So that was another great one too that didn't get mentioned. I'm surprised. So, but I digress. Let's move on to show and tell.
So we're up to show and tell, but you have a question you want to ask before we do that? You want to run through another?
I'm good unless there's something that you have. Go ahead.
No, I don't. I'm ready for show and tell. I can go on.
Let's do it.
All right. Yes, sir. I'll go first since I'm in control of the screen and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We winging this shit, bros.
That's okay.
Okay. So let's see. There's one of mine.
Woo. Badass.
Because I showed it the other day. I wanted to show it again. And that inscription. I mean, I collect inscriptions. You can ask Will. The inscription makes the auto for me.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
That's why they charge extra for the inscriptions now. They know. They ain't stupid.
Those sorry suckers.
Bastards. I just got this in today.
Woo, woo. Oh, beautiful.
That is a beauty.
I don't want to move it.
Kev, your time is up. My time is now.
There's one other side of it. Here's the best side where it's got that Knoxville in there and that checkerboard behind it.
Oh,
Really
Boy,
beautiful.
that's a pretty belt, man.
I got it on sale. I mean, it's really made well. It's very heavy.
Nice.
And that's the back of it.
I love that, man. That is gorgeous.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
And this, I don't have it yet, but I bought it. It's mine.
It's coming.
I took a screenshot, but yeah, this is awesome. I got that for a freaking steal, and just look at that TRC blue, just pops like hell. You can go on eBay, and the closest one to that sold for around $300, but the rest of them are crap. We got one that the dude had something in red. I don't know what the hell it was, and he got some kind of inscription, and you can't make it out, and he wants $300 for it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have anything else, or is that okay? That's Calvin's. We're going to do Calvin's. Why not? Right? Since I got it up.
Calvin,
Look
maybe
at that.
a while.
shout out the wheel for that.
Look at that beautiful piece.
That is beautiful.
Where else are you going to find a 1987 wrestling calendar signed?
In mint condition.
Right.
I know, it's gorgeous.
That thing's as old as I am.
Damn, that's
It
old.
don't look it though. It looks brand new.
You're like what, Calvin? 60?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, sometimes I feel it.
I just want to show it a little longer. And he got that in our TRC, Tuesday live from Will.
Yep.
And just look at that. That's the stuff that you can get from our TRC live. You can't get it anywhere else. That's freaking beautiful. I didn't drop the F-bomb.
I like it.
Okay,
And
Calvin.
then, of
there's your
course,
chicken.
The gobbledygooker, baby.
The turkey.
shout out the wheel for that one.
I love
That is
I
a
love
beautiful
it.
figure.
Yeah.
When you get him out and you can pose him, and especially if you have that egg that you can put him in, it's very, very nice. There we go. It's that best.
And then, huge shout out to Roger for getting the most expensive autograph I have, Mr. T done. And then shout out to Will for getting it certified for me.
This piece is beautiful, and it's a perfect piece to have Mr. T sign because it where T just puts the three letters, it looks great. Now the pieces that me and Will wanted done was the original WrestleMania 1 poster, and his we already got Hogan on him, but his auto would have just got lost in that big thing. It just wouldn't have looked right. And I know Will is too. I'm glad that I didn't get mine done, but it looks great on that. It was made for
agree.
that.
Absolutely agree, 100%.
So it's beautiful. So that's
Love
it.
That's all I got.
Ooh.
Mr.
right.
Brian Howarth.
All
You're
right, well,
on.
guys, I'm gonna show a little bit more because we only, I mean, it's only 8:37. So,
Hell, show what you want. We don't care.
So first, I got this off Ringside. I got a really good deal on it. I'll show you real quick.
Rip
So,
it.
Well, I'm not gonna rip it, but I got the defining moments pack.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely rip that.
So I got obviously LA Knight,
Yeah.
Rob Van Dam, Kev,
I
Kane,
love it. Love it.
and then obviously the pipe bomb CM Punk is on there, right?
Oh yeah.
So got
Hey,
that
real
series.
fast,
Rip it.
real fast, I just want to look at the screen. Garrett said he just received his Papa Shango autograph from Will. I think he's talking to Will yesterday. Thank you. It's perfect.
That's awesome.
So then the next thing that I have, I got these from William. First thing I'm gonna show is this beautiful Lex Luger.
I can't believe I passed that sumbitch over.
It looks
And
good,
then
man, in person. It looks
It is. It's
good.
beautiful. It is. And then you flip it over,
Woo!
That's beautiful.
Bray
Look at
Wyatt,
that.
right? And then
Hell of a pickup on that.
And
on
then you
both
guys
of
all
them.
know I like to collect promos, right? So I got Chris
The
Masters,
masterpiece.
That is
Right.
not what it sounded like. You said.
Pornos.
and then Matt Hardy, right?
Nice.
So thanks, Will. And then
Welcome.
you guys all went to see John Cena and Mr. T, and I got some John Cena's thanks to William.
That's gorgeous.
Oh
TRC blue.
But this is my favorite one right here.
yeah. OG photo files too, right?
Right.
Yep. That's
Look
my
at
favorite
that.
one right there.
Hell yeah.
That's when the turn happened right there, guys.
Hell yeah. I love it.
You know, I even love that look when he hugged CM Punk or whatever, you know, and he gave that same look.
Yep.
Huh?
Punk deserves nothing.
That's all I have to show.
All right, bro.
My little boy came in and said hello to everybody while we were
Hi,
seeing
Wyatt.
Brian stuff.
Hi, Wyatt.
Hey, what's up, bro?
I'll let him know.
Yeah, but that's when he done that to Punk. I'm like, man, I know he done it to Cody, but doing that to Punk and having that thing, you know, everybody's like, oh, Cody's bad or CM Punk's this, he's that. CM Punk gets nothing. He got nothing.
The best run of his career is right now. His best promos, the best.
Oh, Cena,
everything.
yes.
Yep.
Just we were talking about this the other night, really late one night, about just the look on his face, like that heel look on his face, like he's so disgusted with everybody and everything, has just really made that character.
Wow, fantastic.
All right, my turn. Up first, huge shout out to Calvin and Kev.
Ribbit.
Got me the Diesel Superstars. So I was going to keep this one mid on card, but it came in with just a little crease right here. So you already know what we got to do.
It was meant to happen.
You already know what we got to do.
Oh, rip it. Hey, Brian, Garrett's got a message for you on there, if you can see it.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Garrett, I'm not going to go.
Look at that. It's gorgeous diesel power. I can't wait to put that with my other superstars. So got quite a few other little things here to show. Definitely want to show a couple things. Number one, this is actually a preview for Sunday night that I haven't shown yet, but JSA certified, signed by Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Eric Bischoff, 11x14. Of course, this is the night that Big Kev came in to really set up the feud for the Bash at the Beach and the beginning of the NWO. If you're an NWO fan, that piece is a must in your collection. So
I have one. Look at the adjective, play.
Absolutely. So I have one in my collection as well. That one is going to be available on Sunday night.
You heard that, guy.
8 o'clock.
Sunday night. You get a piece of history.
Another big piece of inventory for Sunday night. A lot of glare, but Undertaker signed OG promo, baby. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Beckett encapsulated, gorgeous piece. So this right here is a tremendous display piece for anybody. But if you're looking for it, I guarantee you're going to find it much cheaper on Sunday night than you would anywhere else. So very nice piece. Love that. This may not seem that cool to anybody, but the Build-A-Figure from the new Monday Night Wars Elite
I love
set
it.
came in today. One of my favorites. I'm glad I get to put the Trillionaire Ted, as he was called in WCW, over with my NWO collection. Really super excited about those. I actually got that whole line
Welcome in,
in
Justin.
today from what's that?
I told Justin welcome in. Sorry.
Oh yeah, welcome, Justin. I got that whole line in today from Calvin, so thank you for that. I know a lot of people are looking for these.
Yes.
I might have some big plans for mine, so can't really rip this one open, unfortunately. But this thing is sweet, and they were really short produced because WWE only had them up on their shop for a couple hours, and they're very hard to find in the stores. So might have some big plans coming with that bad boy. Otherwise, I'd be ripping it open right about now. Huge shout out to Scott Pace. I did a trade with him for some elites. He actually traded me these arms for the Build-A-Figure Goga. So I just need to get the head now.
Awesome.
So if anybody happens to have that head, let me know.
What figure does it come with?
Comes with the Kane Monday Night Wars, Kane Elite Monday Night Wars. So if anybody happens to have that, I need the head for Goga. If not, I'm gonna have to buy one and get that going. But I'm really glad that it's actually Scott and his son traded me so I could finish building that one up. And then last but not least, I know we took a little more time today, but hell, that's okay.
As it is.
Another humongous preview for Sunday. A one of
Look
a
at that.
one of one piece signed by Mike Rotunda, Barry Windham, Hulk Hogan, and Hillbilly Jim. Now, it's already Beat Shop certified. It will be JSA certified, just like all of our Hulk Hogan's are. But I think on this one, we're going to do a full letter because it's such a rare piece. It's not something you see. We were talking about that earlier. You very rarely, if ever, see Hillbilly sign, and he just turned 73 years old. You got Hogan's in his 70s. Rotunda, you don't see a whole lot. And Barry Windham's had a lot of health problems, too. So you're going to see that one go up on Sunday, guys. So definitely check out Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And that's all I got for this week, guys.
So real quick, Will, for a newer person that's getting into collecting like me, when you say full letter, what do you mean by that?
So, normally you would have, just your sticker on the item from JSA and that little ticket that comes with it that matches the sticker.
Yeah.
But this would be a full letter printed sheet out where not only do, a few of the reps review it, a whole bunch of the reps will review the autographs and they'll determine, whether or not they're legit and all that stuff. And then it'll go through the main office and they'll print out a full letter certification. So it really increases the value having that full letter. Of course, anything certified is going to increase value, but that right there is kind of like the gold standard in authentication. So
Gotcha.
I don't do it with everything because it's really expensive to do it. But with something like that, it's going to be well worth the return on investment at some point. If you ever get rid of it, you're going to definitely make some money on your investment.
Got you.
I have several of my grill pieces with the full letter.
Yep.
All right, Phil. You got anything you want to show?
Yeah. So, going back to WCW because I was watching those Goldberg fights, doing my homework for today. And
Awesome.
so I got stuck in WCW a little bit. Got this.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, big Papa Pump.
Big Papa Pump. Got a little extra time tonight, so I figured I would indulge.
Yes,
Do
sir.
it.
Look at
Oh, I love that.
I
Look
had
at
that same photo. I had the same exact photo, Phil.
TRC exclusive right there.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
JSA already certified.
There you go.
Then we just flip it over.
Woo!
Man, that's a hell of a pick right there.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You know how much those two guys are charging now to sign shit?
I don't. How much
That's
or how much
that's
you know, so how much?
that's at least $150 picture to get signed right now.
Man.
Right. No shit at all.
Then,
And
of
that's
course,
such a beautiful picture because I love those tag belts and they look good with those belts.
Yep.
yeah, they do. I mean, it's a perfect picture of them too.
Yeah. I always thought, some teams look bad with belts. It's just me. I just think that they just don't look right. But those belts look like they were made for the Steiners at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, man of the hour.
Goldberg.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I love that.
And just
That
for
looks like an
Calvin,
OG. That looks like an OG promo too, Phil.
it's a
think it was.
TRC exclusive, is what it is.
That looks like an OG promo, baby.
I'm gonna run it back. Calvin, here you go, buddy. Just for you.
Hey, that was your first Hogan.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
You got a long ways to catch up with me.
Yeah, I know it, man. But yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. It's Beckett certified.
I'm pretty sure that's an OG. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
I think that's an OG promo. Hell yeah, I love it. Hey, speaking of Scotty Steiner, Phil, correct me if I'm wrong, but as many times as Scott Steiner was in matches for the World Heavyweight Title in WCW, wasn't he only a one-time WCW champion?
Only once that I can remember off the top.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like
the
you
end,
think
right?
about, yeah, you think about Goldberg and only being one-time champion. Steiner, unless I'm wrong, Steiner only a one-time champion. Like
I can only
it
remember
seems,
him once.
it seems like those guys were winning those belts constantly, but I don't think they were. I think Steiner only held it once. Somebody can fact check me, but I believe so.
Yeah, I think so too. Because
I
the
believe you're
NWO
right.
had such a big run that everybody kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit behind Hogan and Nash and Sting and Goldberg. I mean,
Yep, absolutely. But somehow David Arquette also had it one time.
yeah, I don't know.
There's Anna and Russo.
Yeah.
Russo had it.
Vince Russo. But in the spite of things, like if you look back on things, DDP held that title 3 times within like 8 months, right? And Macho Man held it like 6 times.
In the world.
Nash held it like 4 or 5 times, and then
Sorry.
Goldberg only held it once when Goldberg was like this big deal for like 18 months. And Steiner was a huge deal, the genetic freak at the end of WCW, and I'm pretty sure he only held it 1 time. I mean, there was a lot of people that held that belt way more than those guys.
What was Sid? Did he hold it once or twice?
I think twice.
Okay.
Because he was champion when it went to that new
Blood
generation WCW. Remember, it was like the $1 million guys.
Being Millionaires Club versus New Blood.
Yeah, remember that? So he was champion when they did the restart or whatever. And then I'm pretty sure he won it again after that. So I think he was 2-time champion.
Yeah, Sid didn't want to give him the belt up, and Bischoff went there and said, "Well, what's wrong, Sid? You can't find your scissors."
Yep. Exactly.
What about Vader? I mean, did he have?
Well, see, he never had that belt. He had the WCW belt, the 91 to 94 belt. I think 2 or 3 times, at least twice.
At least twice.
And he never had that belt. Now he was supposed to face Rick Rude for it at Slamboree 94. Well, Rude gets injured. Rude goes out permanently at that point. And it ends up being Sting versus Vader for that title. Sting wins it instead of Vader. It was supposed to be Vader that went over for that match. But Sting ends up winning it. And then like 2 months later, there's a unification match with Sting and Flair. The 91 to 94 belt goes away, and it only becomes the big gold. A month after that, literally 1 month after that, maybe not even that, maybe 3 weeks, Hogan comes in. Hogan takes that belt off of Flair, and they run with big gold all the way through the end of WCW.
Right.
I mean, that's literally, like, if you think about that 91 to 94 belt, how beautiful it is, one of my favorite belts of all time, there wasn't that many people to hold it. It was Flair. Lex was first. Flair, Sting, Vader, and Ron Simmons. That's it. 5 people. Only 5 people ever held.
When Flair came back, they took the big gold and named it International, and that belt that you just named with Ron Simmons holding, that was the WCW Championship.
Absolutely, it was.
That's why a lot of
Absolutely.
That's
people
why I
don't.
was counting the Vader with that because I was
Yeah,
thinking it was still in that lineage.
Well, and they named it the International, if you remember correctly. They named it the International because Flair left in the summer of '91 with the damn belt.
right.
And that's when they named it the International, and they created the WCW Championship, which was the '91 to '94 belt, where Lex Luger was the very first champion of that.
Yeah, it
Then it went
was.
to then it went to Sting, then it went to Vader, then to Simmons, and back to Vader, and then to Flair.
Luger
You know,
beat
so
what, Barry Windham.
yep, and the Great American Bash '91 for that '91 to '94 belt.
So when Rude had it, it was called the International title. Is that right? Is that why some people say he was never champion? But
Correct. He was 3-time international champion, even though it was the big gold world championship belt. He was 3-time international world champion.
right,
There's an interview somewhere, you can find it online, that took place in WCW during '93, maybe really early '94. It might have been really early '94 now I think about it, where they actually sat down and asked him if he thought he was the world champion because of the controversy with that belt being the international title and someone else being the WCW champion. That interview is on YouTube. So I would highly recommend checking that out. It'll
look
explain a
it
lot
up.
about
But
that whole thing.
all I
Yeah,
have to say is, hell yeah, he was world champion. He is in my
three
eyes.
times, 3 times. So, all right, very good.
All
We
right,
got
guys.
everybody's show and tell.
Yeah,
All right, very good. All right, we ready for closing?
we are. Great show tonight.
Definitely a great show. So, want to kick it over to me, Kev?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I had a brain fart. Yeah, go for it, Will.
All right, so real quick, guys, just a reminder, we'll be back on next Thursday night at 9 o'clock with another hour of TRC Uncensored. And don't forget to check us out live. Ben and I will be running wild 8 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday night right here in TRC. A lot of great stuff, guys. Don't forget to check us out. And tomorrow is the last day of our claim sale that we've got going right now. There's a lot of great items still left in that. So definitely check that out. And then last but not least, guys, just remember all payments are due by Saturdays at noon. So even if we start a claim sale on a Saturday, you don't have to pay until the following Saturday at noon. So very, very cool. A lot of great stuff going on. A lot of great stuff tonight in the show and tells.
Right.
Definitely excited and really great topics tonight too. So there's a lot we could still cover, but I think we've had a great night. So in closing, the last thing I'll say is shout out to Dr. Nick. He's got some family things going on right now, so we definitely wish him the best, and thoughts and prayers, condolences to Nick right now, and then good luck to Manuel and Ben this weekend. They got a lot going on, and that's all for me, guys. So we will see you next week right here at 9 o'clock. TRC Uncensored.
All right. Bye, guys.